welcome to the live stream. How are you this evening? What did you think about the little intro today? Did you like that? What did you think about that? Let me know. Welcome to Adventures of Deanna. I'm Deanna, and today's live stream is the ABCs of weight loss, and we are talking about the letter H today. The letter H. Hello, Sharon. Hello, Sherry. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so happy that you guys are both here. I'm so glad that everyone is joining in. Happy to see you today. Very, very happy. Happy to have you. While we're waiting for others to join us, if you would like, I like to kind of start with having people guess what we're going to talk about today. So what word starts with the letter H that we might possibly be talking about today? Let me know in the comments. I had a very good day. Very, very good day. Very nice day. Hoping that everyone else had a good day. Happiness. Oh, that's a good word. I didn't think of happiness. That's a great word. Happiness. Need my working pen. I like to write these down. Happiness. What a wonderful word. So many words. Hello. Hi, Misty. How are you? Welcome. Welcome. We're just getting started. We're just getting started. So we haven't even unleashed the first word on us all yet. We're still settling in, just saying hello to everyone, putting our guesses in. Hope. That's another great H word. That is another great H word. Hope is another great H word. Health. Health was too easy. That was a low-hanging fruit, so I did not go with health because I was like, oh, that one's super easy. Super easy. Super easy. So tonight, in celebration of one of the words that we're going to go over, which is holidays. Holidays. We're going to talk a little bit about the holidays, but in celebration of the holidays, I have this truly orange crayon sparkler. And hunger, help, great words. So let's do the, how was that for you guys? So this is truly hard seltzer. It is 5% alcohol by value. And it is 100 calories. And for you people out there that are doing carbs, it's total carbs, 2 grams, total sugars, 1 gram, includes less than 1 gram of added sugars. So I don't know how that plays into your all's dietary needs and concerns. I was thinking about doing a review. So this comes in a sampler pack, and there's like an apple one, a full cranberry one, sangria, and this crayon orange sparkler one. And I was going to do a review video on it, but then I saw one by Lauren Powell, and I don't know if you guys know Lauren Powell or not, but she does all hard seltzers. She's like the queen of the hard seltzers, and her video on this holiday pack, they're calling it the holiday pack, is just to die for, and it's hilarious. So Lauren Powell, check her out if you haven't heard her. Hello, and welcome. So many people are joining us this evening. I'm so excited that you are coming. So I guess I need to taste this crayon orange sparkler. It is more orange than crayon. And I never would have thought about putting crayon and orange together. But it's pretty good. She is hilarious. She does this like whole like she did this whole series like on like the breathalyzer and how many seltzers will it take me to, you know, reach the, you know, drunk limit. And she's funny. They got this tree, and then this 12-foot tree, and they set it up in their house, and then the lights didn't work on it. She cracks me up. She's just pure entertainment. Love it. So the holidays, we're talking about the holidays. So you guys have probably heard a lot about the holidays already. I know that there's been a lot of content already out on YouTube about the holidays, but I really want to talk about the holidays. So one, I could, you know, show you guys my little drinky drink here, but but I also wanted to talk about the holidays because is it a holiday or is it holidays? And typically speaking, holidays are normally the rest of the year. If you look at, you know, like Memorial Day, Labor Day, the 4th of July, a lot of these things can kind of be drilled down into just a day. It's not as big as, you know, the holidays. But I think with the Christmas holiday, it tends to be a lot bigger than just a day. It's, you know, kind of like a month, you know. Everybody's doing this Vlogmas thing. Everybody's, you know, talking about stuff all day long, every single day. So, it's more than just a single day. So if we want to really, you know, progress on our goals during this time of year, then we have to be sure to make plans. So, you know, like Friday this week, I've got a Christmas party. It's a work Christmas party. I work from home, and I haven't seen my coworkers since pretty much most of my coworkers since March of 2020. So it's a big deal to go out and to see them. But along with that also comes with a lot of nervousness and anxiety and a lot of the things that lead me to emotional eating. So that's something that I have to be, you know, kind of just cognizant of, aware of, something that I have to be planning for and prepared for, that you know, is going to be likely. And how am I going to handle that particular situation for me? And how am I going to fit everything into my day? So I'm going to this party. I'm not going to starve myself all day and wait for the party, because then by the time I get there, that's just going to increase my level of stress and anxiety, and then I'm even more likely to overeat. So each person has to really evaluate all of their events, all of their plans, everything. You have to evaluate it for yourself. And, you know, maybe, you know, Christmas Day might be the day that, you know, that's the day I'm taking off. Like, I'm not thinking about anything on Christmas Day. But the rest of the time, are we going to take off then too? Or are we also going to just be thinking of it and try to fit in, you know, to our lifestyle, our new lifestyle that we're learning? How are we going to fit that into our new lifestyle? You know, because it is a lifestyle. We're going to have the holidays, specifically, you know, this Christmas holiday or whatever you want to call it for, you know, for you. We're going to have this time of year every single year for the rest of our lives. It's not only something that is going to be going on while we're on a weight loss journey, while we're losing weight. Once we lose the weight, there's still going to be Christmas. And you know where most of my weight gain happened over the years? My weight gain came from holidays. Those special occasions where we just overindulge a little bit much, and then not going into a caloric deficit right after and trying to lose those weights. It was like, 5 pounds, okay. And then the next holiday came on, and then it was like another 5 pounds. And then the next holiday came along, and that time was only like, you know, a pound, but no big deal, you know, it was only 1 pound. So just slowly over time, by having these overindulgences and not, you know, getting back to on track, it just became part, of a different lifestyle that we were having. So I think that, that can play a lot into, you know, slow weight gain over the years. It's just these small little holidays where we, tend to really overindulge versus where it's just, one day where you overindulge versus, a couple weeks where you overindulge type thing. So the holidays. Does anything have you stressed out about the holidays? Is there anything that you're worried about? Or are you feeling like you've got the holidays figured out and you're good to go with the holidays? Are you worried about different people? Are you worried about different foods? Are you worried about, is there anything that we should talk about as a group? Because this is a great place. We've got so many of the best minds hanging out today that are like living real life going through this stuff. And we all have this, it's like crowdsourcing. We've got this crowd of people that can all chime in and help us if we have something that we're stressed about or worried about or nervous or anxious. This is a safe place where we can kind of talk about it, get together, and then, help each other out. Because, really, I'm not an expert. I'm, kind of educated in some of this stuff, but I'm not, the number one be all most, I'm not trained in this. I'm just working on my experience here. Oh, but Misty, you've been handling your work stress really good because you're like, but I only work 4 days a week. And that's such a, different way to think about it. I can do anything for 4 days. You have such a great attitude on getting through your life and getting through the stress of it. Like, I think that's a great attitude. You're like, I can do anything for 4 days. I'm going to be a little stressed out, but I'll get through it. And then I've got, extra time to kind of relax and rewind. Fine Fitness with Sharon says, traveling to see my kids in another state, staying in a rental, and not being able to just do my own grocery shopping as nothing is open or near where you, oh no. That's a rough one, isn't it? That's a rough one. So do you get to put in a grocery order from your kids? Say, hey kids, I get in on this day, so is there any way that we can, that you can get me some of these staples that I'm going to need to eat, just to help me out a little bit? That's hard whenever you're not able to do your own grocery shopping and there's nothing open or near. We had to drive to my mother-in-law's house on Thanksgiving, and it was a 3-hour drive down, and then we were just staying for Thanksgiving meal, and then we were driving back in the same day because of Loki. So we thought, we're just going to go on the road, and then we're going to get something after we were on the road for a while, something to eat, and there was nothing open. Like, in the city I live in, things are open on Thanksgiving Day, but where we were traveling, there was nothing open. We had to go and just get something from a gas station, which is fine because you just make sure you stop at like a truck stop or a good gas station. And most of them have, really, really good choices at gas stations nowadays. Most of them are stocked with all kinds of good foods that you can have, not really restricted. Plus you have a daughter who is vegan. Oh, wow. Vegan food is hard. That's like, because whenever you're trying to tell someone who's not a vegan what to get for a vegan, they're looking in places in the stores where they, really don't know. So that is definitely going to be a challenge. It's like, here you go. Here's some, fruit. I got some fruit for you. I wish I had some good tips for you on that and I really, really don't, because that's not something that I've ever really accomplished or had to go through. And when you're flying, that makes it so much more difficult. If you're driving, you can pack a cooler and, you're good to go. But if you're flying, that makes it so much more. Ooh, that's a good question. Cooked food vegan or raw food vegan? another layer. There we go. So see, everybody has different stressors during the holidays. We've got Sharon, and she's got this wonderful thing with going to see family. It's, such a blessing to be able to get to go see family, but then, there's these little things. I feel like I was very unhelpful there. Anything else about the holidays that anybody wants to talk about? Because I really didn't list out all the tips, because I've seen 6 different tips videos this week on handling the holidays, and I felt like if I were to cover it, then I would just be reiterating what other people had already said and not anything that was really new. Takes us to the next H word, which was not a planned H word. It was a impromptu H word, but I'm going to go there anyway. Hydrate. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. It is so important to remember to drink your water or your water-like beverage of choice. It's important to keep your body well hydrated. Whenever you are well hydrated, it helps you not only to digest your food, but it helps every organ that is in your body. It is the most important thing. It also helps you with knowing whenever you're hungry and whenever you're full. If you are not well hydrated, you're going to get false signs of hunger, and your body's going to say, hey, I'm hungry, but you're actually not. You're just thirsty and you need to drink something. But water is going to help you out with so many things. It helps your immune system. It helps your organs. It helps your digestion. It helps absolutely everything. So the most important tip during the holidays is remember to drink your water, or what you like that's similar to water. Trying to read the comments here, just gonna get caught up a little bit. Yeah, I don't know if Thrive is everywhere or not. I know I have a good Thrive well, no. The closest Thrive market to me is 30 minutes away, but I guess, that's not too far away to go and order some food and pick it up or whatever. Or maybe you could just Instacart it yourself from, their local store to where it is that you're going to be staying. Yeah, deliveries. Just go online, order some food, have it delivered, the day before you're supposed to get there or whatever. So it'd probably be good. So hydrate. That's all I have to say about hydrate. This is not hydrating. This is, you need to drink water if you're having a beverage, an alcohol beverage. Follow it up with water. 1 alcohol drink to 1 water drink. It's a good tip. It's a good tip. Okay, so that was the second H, which was hydrate, which is so impromptu, and I wasn't even going to talk about hydrate, but it came up, so I was like, yes, we should talk about water. The next H word that we're going to talk about today is habits. Habits. Oh no, I have my computer sitting on it. So you guys know me, and I always do my habit tracker. So here's my habit tracker for the month of December. I am doing much better with my habit tracker this month than I did last month. I tried to get started, and it was a false start, and it didn't really go really well. But for the month of December, I am killing the habit tracker, doing a really good job at all the things. But I like to track my habits, and I like to track the habits that are being implemented. So right now, I want to, you guys all know that I go to bed at the ridiculously early time of 9 p.m. at night. So generally speaking, about 10 minutes till 9, I'm like, okay, I gotta go. And I go into the bathroom and I brush my teeth and I wash my face and I put on my face cream. And I'm trying to implement that right before I do that step is I go through and I make sure, did I track all my food today? Because I'm starting to track my food and trying to make that a regular habit. As of now, I haven't really had to track my food, but now I'm trying to track my food. So that's a habit that I want to incorporate, is to, even if it's too late, because really, ideally, I should be tracking my food before I eat my food. But for the sake of at least being accountable for having eaten that food, I would like to at least double check at the end of the day right before I go to bed to make sure you're in bed right now. I would like to just make sure that I've done that. So it's just like, little steps. Now, there are no devices allowed in my bedroom. No phone, no computer, no TV, no darkness. The bedroom, that's for, sleeping. So, no devices in the bedroom. That's another boundary that I have set. I can go, sit on the couch or somewhere else and, play on my devices, but not in the bed. Not at all. So, habits. And what I was talking about by adding that habit of checking my food, that's kind of like a habit stacking. So normally you would, whenever you habit stack, you would add it on top, but you can also add it to before you do something. That is so that you are more likely to do it. So I have very set habits. So whenever I get up in the morning, there's, a strict routine, and it's like I do, make my bed, go downstairs, drink a glass of water, then I feed the dog, feed the cats, make coffee. Actually, that's out of order. I make coffee, and then I feed the dogs, and then I feed the cats. And then by the time I get done with my little stuff, then my coffee is ready. So these are all habits. And the funny thing is that whenever, you get out of order, it kind of feels like the day's off a little bit, because you did stuff out of order, if you get distracted, if somebody says something to you or whatever it may be. But those are my habits. And so then I have my first cup of coffee and then I walk the dog. It's habit. If I walk the dog and I get back, then I check out YouTube. If I get back from walking the dog early enough, then I try to join a live stream that happens every morning. So if I can, I try to get on that. So it's just a habit. So I just stack onto those habits. So I don't have to be at work until 8 a.m., but those hours between 5 and 8 are all just routine and habit. It's not like, oh, I got up at 5 and now, oh, what am I going to do for the next, 3 hours? It's scheduled out. It's planned. And that's Monday through Friday, and it works like clockwork. And then after, whenever I get off work, because I have a set schedule, so it works really well whenever you have a set schedule, I have my after work routine too. So after work, I come downstairs, I drink a glass of water, I make sure that I do the cat's litter box, I make sure that the trash goes out, and then it's time to make dinner, and then, so it's a huge routine. So these things help keep me easily and on track. Also on the weekends, I have my routine. It's a habit for me and my husband to talk about going to the grocery store. What is it our meal plan? Either one or the other of us is going to bring it up on Friday night. What's our meal plan for the week? So that we can make that, and then we can get the grocery stores and we have the foods that we need for the week. So what kind of habits are you looking at implementing in your life? Is there a habit that you've been thinking about implementing into your life that you haven't been able to do, haven't been able to make it a routine, you can't stick to the habit? So tracking on weekends is a hard one for me. That's a big, big, big one for me, is tracking on weekends. Sometimes on the weekends and I don't think it's about the tracking, I think it's about the accountability versus the tracking, but that's a different word, right? Accountability, that we did that in A. So does anybody have a good night, Sharon? Anybody else have any habits that they want to implement, or any habits that you're really proud of that you did implement? Because that's one thing that's pretty neat, like walking the dog. So I have a fenced in backyard. I do not have to walk the dog. I can just easily let him out the back door and be like, go outside, go potty, whatever. But it's a habit that I walk him. So much so that I'll walk him, I won't check the weather, and I'll get caught in the rain. I'll be like, oh, look, it's raining. Or so much so that, it's 20 degrees today and it was 40 degrees yesterday, and then I'm not dressed properly because I just got up and didn't think about the weather and just got dressed and took the dog for a walk, and now here I am, I'm out there. So that was a big habit for me, to make that a habit, to just get up and go and do it. It was a big deal. My coach wants me to up my water to 2 gallons a day. 2 gallons? Why do you need 2 gallons of water? I don't know. Your coach said to do it. Ooh. Good night, Love Carbs Journey. Can't remember your name and I feel bad about it. 2 gallons. So I drink a 1 gallon pretty regularly, but I can't even imagine trying to. So how much are you drinking now? How much water are you drinking? I drink a gallon, and maybe a little bit more on some days. I don't track anything over a gallon. Yeah, did he say why so much? Inquiring minds wants to know. 2 gallons. So I drink 4 of these a day. This is 32 ounces. I drink 4, and I believe that's a gallon. But only about a quart more in it most days. Yeah, that'd be, ooh. Is he counting all beverages? I'm like, now I'm going to have to track and see if I can drink 2 gallons of water. I just can't imagine. Why 2 gallons? Huh. So do you set an alarm? So whenever I first started drinking water was really, really hard for me. And this was back, oh my gosh, long time ago whenever I started drinking my water. I used to drink a can of Diet Coke a day and a cup of coffee. That was all the liquids I would drink. It was just a terrible, terrible habit. So drinking things was hard for me. So I had to set an alarm on my phone, and I had this little 8-ounce coffee cup. And then I would just, on my phone at work, I would just be every hour, I'd be okay. Kind of like your Fitbit. If you don't have 250 steps, it'll buzz at you and say, oh, you need to get moving. Kind of like that. I'd have an alarm on my phone that said, you need to go get your 8 ounces of water. And so I'd fill up my 8 ounces of water and down it really, really quick. Was the way that I had to start getting my water in. And then after I got accustomed to it, then my body started actually craving the water, and it made it so much easier. Your body weight and activity level. I could see if it was because your activity level. If you're really expelling a lot of water, then you need to drink more water. I know you like to run and stuff, but I didn't know your activity level was that intense. Wow. I don't think I would ever eat either. I think I would be constantly full of water. And I already pee too much. But that's just an excuse. I would still give it a try. Now you just try to down it. Well, the biggest thing for me is that first glass of water early in the morning whenever I first wake up, to chug the biggest glass of water that you can very first thing in the morning. That is such huge help. I know I can drink probably about, I can drink about this whole cup early in the morning, first thing in the morning, and I don't even count that between my 4 glasses of water. So I know that I'm drinking way over a gallon because I drink my first 32 ounces between 8 and noon. My second one I drink by 2:30. My third one I drink by 5, and then my fourth one I drink by my bedtime. So I always know, I always keep them timed. Like, this is how much water I have to drink by this time. It just keeps me on schedule and focused. So that's my other thing, is I time them out. Instead of every hour, I have my times like kind of blocked out a little bit more. So what other habits? So a habit is a settled or regular tendency or practice, especially one that is hard to give up. So I have a habit, a bad habit, and this is not a good habit. I have a habit that whenever I'm eating the sandwich, when I'm eating a sandwich, I like to eat all the outside first and leave the middle part for the end, because I think the middle part of the sandwich is the best part of the sandwich. But that means that every time that I get to the middle part of the sandwich, I might not be hungry anymore. I might be done with it. But now, because that best bite I've saved for last is still sitting there, now in my brain, I have to finish it. I have to eat that last bite. But I could have easily just thrown it in the trash. But now it's like, oh, you saved the best bite. But what if I saved the crust? What if I didn't eat my sandwich that way? What if I ate just like, from one end to the other, like a lot of normal people do, and then I was left with crust? Do you think I was going to be all that excited about eating that last bite that's just crust if I'm not hungry anymore? Best for last is hard to give up. So this is, here. Okay, so I'm reaching over here to my work monitor, and I have this post-it note, and it says, first bite is the best bite. First bite is the best bite. Not the best bite is last. First bite is the best bite. So funny that came up. First bite is the best bite. Best for last mentality has been so hard. And okay, so you're eating like, you got a salad, and you're eating a salad, and it's like a salad that's got all the good stuff in it. So you got, you got crunchy stuff, and you got your nuts, and you got like crumpled cheese in it, and you got like little vegetables and stuff. And you know what bite is the best of a salad? Whenever you get rid of all the lettuce and you've just got that extra leave-in stuff at the bottom of the bowl. Best bite. But I'm trying to retrain my brain. I'm trying to retrain my brain to say, first bite is the best bite. And that I don't have to always. One thing that I'm very guilty of is I'm a member of the Clean Plate Club. I was always taught you have to clean your plate. You don't get dessert unless you clean your plate. Oh, an angel. So, are strawberries just a snack and they can never be considered a dessert? Or are they a snack and a dessert? Inquiring minds want to know. I was thinking about it earlier today. I was like, oh wait, because I was just like, oh wait, are strawberries just a snack, or are they a dessert, or are they just a component of a meal? Anyway, if you guys haven't checked out Healthful Choices, she did a great video today on, is a cookie a snack or a dessert? And it was a wonderful video. It was very thought-provoking, and I love the idea of the debate of, is a cookie a snack or a dessert? I think it's just hilarious. I think it's a wonderful thing, and I think it's one of those things that people could talk about for days. So I loved it. So check out Healthful Choices. If you don't know, check her out. You've never had an issue with leaving food on your plate. haven't even decided on Angel's video enough to comment on my thoughts. Oh, yeah. I had to finish all my food. Finish your food on your plate. Finish your food on your plate. And you don't get anything, you know. And I know, like, some of it was trying to get us to eat our vegetables, was a lot of it, but they served us lima beans. I still don't like lima beans. If you know how to make lima beans that in a way that I will like them, let me know. But I tried some lima beans recently. I still don't like them. But they put lima beans on the plate, and it's like, I'm not finishing that. And then we'd have to, do the whole negotiation over, well, if you eat 3 of them, then you can get up from the table. Like, seriously? So, hello, I'm called Caitlin. Hello, Trina. Hello. Welcome to the live stream. We have covered the holidays, and we are talking about habits. So, I was just talking about some of my bad habits. So, one of my bad habits is that I'm a member of the Clean Plate Club. And also one of my bad habits is I believe that the last bite is the best bite instead of the first bite is the best bite. Real technical stuff here. My Post-it note. You're so welcome. I just loved the video. It was great. Bacon makes everything better. Is that a habit or just a true statement? And I don't know. Don't get me started on bacon. Bacon. So does anybody else have any bad habits that they want to confess? We are in a safe place here. This is a judgment-free zone. It's all good. So if you have a bad habit that you want to break or a good habit that you would like some help crowdsourcing some ideas on how to implement that good habit, please don't be shy and chat. If you're watching the replay, go ahead and leave a comment. Hey guys, I do want to, while I got y'all here, don't forget to hit that like button. Like the stream, helps me out. Don't forget. Hi, Shy. You just said my bad habit is booze, so I just wanted to say that I am currently drinking this Truly Orange Cran Sparkler. It has 100 calories, and it's kind of delicious. I like the hard seltzer things, so not helping you with your booze habit, but by telling you what booze I'm drinking and that I like it. Bad habit. Eating too late at night, it affects my sleep, my night routine, so my morning routine, everything. Yes, so true. I try and have, pretty set rules and boundaries about dinner, and that dinner needs to be 6 o'clock or prior. And I get crabby and aggravated and annoyed whenever it is not, as a way of being like, I told you that we need to eat dinner at this time, because the same thing happens to me. It affects my sleep. I don't sleep as well. It affects my night routine. It affects my wind down time. It affects so many things. So, and it's not normally me that's the person who wants to have dinner later. It's normally my husband. So it's like, one of those things that we go kind of round and round on, back and forth on. And sometimes I have to be like, okay, it's one day. I can deal with it. I can't always get my way every single day. My bad habit is that I drink my calories instead of eating them. Currently 8 days sober. Congratulations. 8 days sober. It is a nice low calorie option. The one thing that I really like about these is so this party that I'm going to on Friday is that I can bring 4 of these, and they're 5% alcohol, so that's a pretty good high alcohol content for me. Anyway, I can bring 4 of these, and I know that I can plan that into my day, and that whenever the 4 are gone, that's all I get, even though they're going to have an open bar. But that way, it kind of just keeps me on track, and I know exactly what I can have, and then I don't go over that limit for the day. That is my big thing there. I try also to not really drink at home, and if I do, I kind of only put in the refrigerator what I'm going to have that day. Like, this is what I'm going to have. So it kind of eliminates the taking out mixed drinks, because I've found with mixed drinks, that's where a normal pour will turn into like a double. And then, you know, whenever you're on your 3rd drink, that pour might get a little heavier, like a triple. So I tend to not go with mixed drinks at home, because it's something that I have less control with. So those things I tend to drink out of the house more than I would in the house whenever somebody else is going to be making them, so that I can kind of control it in that way. I've also employed a bracelet method whenever going out. So I will put my bracelets on one wrist, and then as I have a drink, I will move them over to the other wrist. And by the time that they moved over, I'm done. Doesn't always work, because it's hard to tell yourself no sometimes. But they're like little things that I have tried to do in order to try to control my drinking. It's not always, you know, a huge thing. It is way more easy to drink alcohol when it's mixed in when it is masked in a mixer. It is so true. So true. But then at the same time, if you just take like some scotch and you pour it in a glass, and then you're like, wait, that's all the scotch I get? Like, I only get that much. I want more. So I got it. Typos are my jam. I know all about typos. I am not good at typing. So we talked about alcohol as a habit, and I've talked about a couple of ways that I've tried to deal with alcohol. If anybody else has any great ideas that they want to share, I do encourage you to let everyone know what your ideas are for, you know, trying to deal with the habit of alcohol, because it's, you know, it's not something that a lot of people struggle with that. So definitely let us know for sure. Hello, Becky. Welcome to the live stream. We are talking about words that begin with the letter H for the ABCs of weight loss. And we have talked about habits. We've talked about holidays. We have talked about the hydrating ourselves. Lots of great words today. We have talked about great words. And right now, I'm just encouraging everyone again to like the stream. Also, if you have a good or bad habit that you would like to share and talk about, please do so in the comments. That would be absolutely amazing. As we all say hello, hello, hello. So has anyone, before I started losing weight, I used to drink every day. I had been doing really well, but had gotten into the habit of having a drink or 5 on the weekend. I still have that habit. Still have that habit. But it's not something that I don't want to do. It's not something that I think that needs to be eliminated from my life. I think that there's a way that I can, you know, have my cake and eat it too. Like, I think that there is a way to lose weight and also have alcohol. I don't think that alcohol is something that you have to go completely, you know, and quit. I think that is something that you can have in your life. It's just one of those things that you have to practice in order to, number one, have the control, because that's, something that's hard for some people, is to have the control. And also just making the choices. So you have to plan it out. You have to make sure that, how am I going to fit it into my day? How am I going to fit it into my particular diet that I'm on, so that I can, still lose weight? Because for us, if we're here, we're trying to lose weight. That's why we'd be watching the ABCs of weight loss. We want to lose weight, so we don't want to just completely cut it out. We want to learn how can we have this in our lives and still lose weight, because that's going to help us whenever it's time for us to maintain our weight. Those skills that we pick up losing the weight, they're going to help us to keep that weight off whenever we get to our goal weight. If we completely cut it out and say, okay, I'm cutting out all alcohol until I get to my goal weight, but I want to bring it back in whenever I get there. Man, seltzer drink was not a good idea. Seltzer drink was not a good idea. Whenever you get there and then you bring that alcohol back in, well, you haven't learned these skills, and that might adversely affect you. So it might not have been a good thing to do. But that's something to debate, later. When I lost weight, I would drink 5 ounces of wine at dinner, 125 calories, and that was it. No more. Now I'm like, who was that? The first time that I lost weight, whenever it was back in 2000, I would only drink like 2 drinks one time a week, and that was it. 2 drinks one time a week, and that was it. That was a hard rule, but I don't know. I don't think I'm that person anymore. I might be, but not always. I know that this week I've definitely, have planned less drinking because of the holiday party that's coming up. And then I'll just drink less after that because of the holiday party. I do plan on having some from time to time, of course, but I think I'll do the hard seltzers. I don't like them much as I do whiskey. Well, as long as your mom is around to let you know. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. I'd take that back. I just thought that was hilarious in your video. So my 5-star life said, I don't know if this counts, but I'd say a horrible day plays a factor in your journey, because you can either use food as a coping tool, or use the day's events as motivation to stay on track and control what you can. So very true. So very true. Whiskey is cuckoo juice. I haven't had a drink in 6 years. Good for you. That's excellent. Had a glass of dry red wine every day to relax. It worked well for her. It wasn't working well for me. I don't know. I don't like to drink every day. I'm like, I don't know. It's not my thing. So any other good habits or bad habits that we want to talk about? Any other good habits or bad habits that we want to celebrate or confess to? Because I have one more word. And this is, I don't like to really end on this word, but we're going to anyway. The word is hiding. And type in the comments where you think I might be going with the word hiding. Let me know what you think I might be going with the word hiding. And I will patiently stare at the screen. Still shocked I didn't think of habit. What might I be thinking of whenever I'm thinking about the word hiding? This is a fun, like, what's Deanna thinking? Me either. I was raised on Diet Coke. Ooh, good one. Oh, I love that. Hiding from whom we can be. It's not even where I was going with it, but I love it. I hide all the time. I'll stop responding and uploading if I'm feeling stressed. The stress can cause me not to be accountable. Hiding from success. Definitely, definitely. Yeah, that's one of the things we do. We hide. We hide. It's when the smoke detector goes off in the house, my cat goes and hides in the closet to protect herself because she doesn't know what that loud noise is and she wants to go in a dark, safe place. And I think that we also can hide as a way to protect ourselves. But sometimes hiding from our actions, if we don't track or we don't step on the scale, or even if we don't upload, because we're hiding from our accountability partners, we're not always doing ourselves a favor. It feels like the right thing to do because we're trying to get out of that stressful situation. We're trying to get away from that hurtful situation or whatever. Hide the evidence of a binge. We're trying to hide from the accountability of it, and it's not always, we're not helping ourselves in all instances. In some instances we are, because we can definitely see instances where hiding is going to help us. Depending on who you are, it might be the best thing for you to do. But the thing that I just want to say here is that we are all just human. We make mistakes. We're making huge lifestyle changes. I think that we've all come out and said we're making lifestyle changes. I don't think, there are those people out there that say, I'm not trying to make a huge lifestyle change. I just need 20 pounds. I just need to get these 20 pounds off real fast that came on because of some freak thing or whatever, pregnancy, or, sometimes it's like, oh, I just gained weight during pregnancy and I need to get that off. And then they can go back to their regular lifestyle because it wasn't really an issue. And there's other examples of that, but I can't think of them right now. But for those of us that we're making huge lifestyle changes, it takes time, and we're going to make mistakes. And I hate the fact that I feel like society tells me that if I'm on a weight loss journey and I don't lose week after week or week at week, or if I hit a plateau for multiple weeks, or if I get off track, that there's something wrong with me, that I'm not doing, the things, or I'm just not working hard enough, or make me feel shame, make me feel guilt, make me feel worse than what I already feel inside. And I don't think we need to hide from our mistakes. They're just part of who we are. They're just part of being human. They're just something that we need to just look at and be like, okay, well, that happened. What can I learn from it, and how can I get past it? And if I have to hide from that every single time it happens, how am I supposed to grow? How am I supposed to grow from it if instead I'm running and I'm hiding and I'm pulling the blanket over my head and wishing everything to go away? I don't know that it's benefiting me. So that's the only reason I really wanted to bring that up. We're trying to make these lifestyle changes, and again, I'm gonna, they make it so hard. We are bombarded by commercials with food. We are bombarded with all this hyper palatable, extra satisfying food, and it's things that we've really enjoyed for a long time, and then we're trying to limit those in a responsible way. But if we slip up, it happens, if it's something that we do once in a while. But if we hide from it, sometimes that hiding makes it last longer than if we take responsibility, we take some accountability for it, and then we get back into what, we know we want to do versus sitting in sadness with, a small, tiny little mistake. It just happens. And you don't have to tell the whole world about it. Just admit it to yourself. Okay, that happened. Now how can we move on from it? What can we learn? So anyway, I hate ending on a sad thing. So we're gonna have to talk about happiness. Somebody who said happiness at the very beginning of the live stream today. Hiding. So, because I just kind of soapboxed that whole hiding thing there for a minute. So, happiness. So, yesterday I was having kind of a down day, and there's a few people's videos that brightened my day, and I want to say thank you to you people out there. You know who you are. I appreciate you for putting out your videos and giving me a smile whenever, I wasn't really feeling the best. So, I want to thank you. Happiness is important. And I know that one of the ways that I can find happiness is I have, different videos on YouTube that I know that I can watch that can help increase my mood. I know that dancing sometimes can help increase my mood. I know that walking in the sunshine can help increase my mood and bring me some happiness. So if you don't already have a list of things that help make you happy, I would encourage you to write down a list of things that make you happy. Because all things are not going to work at all times. All things are not going to work in all days. So it helps if we have a list to remind us of the things that make us happy. Because sometimes the one thing that you think, always makes you happy doesn't. It just doesn't do it that day. So it's good to have a list so you can go through and be like, oh yeah, that's something that I can try today to help get me out of my little funk. Because funks are the pits. I hate getting into a funk, man. So it's good if we can find our happiness and get out of it and do something. So what made you happy today? Leave it in the comments below. At the end of the stream, whenever we get done, if you could come back and leave in the comments what made you happy today. What was one thing that brought joy to your face? What is one thing that made you smile? What is one thing that made you happy? Leave that in the comments. Loki makes me happy. So he sits on the bed while I'm working, and anytime I move my chair, if I roll my chair like I'm going to get up or something, his tail goes like I'm going to come pet him. And it's like every single time it brings a smile to my face. Like, you silly spoiled dog. All right. Thank you very much for joining. Thank you very, very much. Hello, Snap. Good to see you. Thank you very much for coming and joining. Oh, he will give you a hug. He knows when you need it. Oh, that is so sweet. Anybody else want to leave what made them happy today? Or come after the live stream, because it has been an hour and I do want to keep these kind of like at an hour because I need to, number one, this gets my adrenaline going like really a lot, so I kind of have to have like some calm time because you guys know it's like my bedtime in like an hour, so I want to keep these at an hour. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed today's edition of ABCs of Weight Loss and talking about our fun H words, habits, hydrate, holidays, hiding, and happiness. So much in one little week. Next week we're going to be here at the same, is it the same bat time, the same bat hour, something like that? Same bat channel? Was that it? I don't know. Anyway, Wednesdays, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Next week we're talking about the letter I, words that start with the letter I. So again, thank you. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. I'll see you guys in the next video. As always, it's going to be an adventure. Bye.